Hey everyone, welcome to this video tutorial on how to create a speed boost for our racing games. To get started, what I'd like you to do is in the folder with all your other stuff, I'd like you to right click and create a new folder and call it speed boost. And we're just doing this because if we import an object for a speed boost, we don't want it to overlap with the Lamberts and stuff that we currently have. So inside this folder, go ahead and if you have an object you want to use as your speed boost, you can use that. Otherwise, I've shared with you my object that I'm using, and you could just go ahead and use that one. So go to import and then select the cube one object. It'll ask you if you want to upload it. Just go ahead and press import, and then it will import it into your game. So the cube one is kind of an unfinished Mario cube. If you stick for part two, I will have how to actually make it look like a Mario cube in it. But it's going to load all these up. Then in the same folder, right click and create a new blueprint class. It's just going to be an actor. And then let's go ahead and just call this speed. You can call it whatever you want. And I should probably also put the underscore BP so I know it's a blueprint, just naming conventions. And then double click on that to open the blueprint. We're going to throw in a static or a box collision first. So box collision, and that is fine. And let's just make that box bigger. So it's 111. I'm going to make it 555 like that. And then after that, let's also add in a static mesh. And it's going to come in right after the box. And we can go ahead and call that the item itself. And I'm also going to make this I'm going to make it slightly smaller, so like a 444. And I'm going to import my cube as that mesh. And looks like 444 is a little on the big side because I don't want it to go beyond the object. Not that it'll affect it, but just be inside of the object. Additionally, with that static mesh, go down to the collision presets, and where it says block all dynamic, I want you to change that to no collision, because the collision is happening between the box collision and the actor, and if we collide into the static mesh, it'll essentially like block our vehicle. So we don't want to have any collision with that. We just kind of want to pass through it. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Go ahead, select the box again, the box collision. Go down to on component begin overlap, and we're going to add one of these to our event graph. Then I'm going to jump over to the event graph, and I'm going to drag off the box and type cast to my vehicle, which in my case is my Subaru. Object of the other actor being myself. And then we are going to adjust our physics linear velocity. So go to set physics linear velocity. And I believe we're doing it for the mesh. So let's drag off that. And yeah, that looks fine. The target is our Subaru. So let me drag this over here, and I'm going to connect this to the Subaru like that. And then the next thing we need is the vector of our forward velocity. So there's two possibilities here depending on how your vehicle's set up. So I'm going to show you both, and you can decide which one you need for your project. So do get actor forward vector, and then also get actor right vector. Okay, and I'm going to drag off one of these, and I'm just going to do a vector multiply float. So we're multiplying whatever our vector is by a float, and then I'm going to connect this to our new value, or our new velocity. And because this is a speed boost, I don't want to lose speed, so I'm going to add this to the current speed. So I'm going to check that box over there. Okay, for my multiplier, I'm going to set this to 1000, and now I think for the most part it's ready. So why I have both of these is because even though I should be using the forward vector to move forward, there's a chance that I'm not, and I'm using the right vector. So if my car, when I collide with the object, like deflects in one of the left or right directions, I'm facing the wrong way, so I should drag this one and disconnect this one. So let's go ahead and test this. I'm going to compile it, and in game I'm going to grab one of my speed objects. I'm going to put it right in front of my vehicle so that I'll collide with it. And now let's go ahead and play this. I'm going to run into it, and boom. If you saw right there, what happened was my speed increased, but I got knocked to the side. So for me, it's not the get forward vector, it's the get right vector. So I'm going to connect that one in. Let me increase this to 1500 so you could see that boost a little stronger. Compile it, and now if I play this and I run into it, boom, I jump like 120 miles per hour, whoop, and I'm over. Okay? So that's pretty much it. That's going to conclude this video on how to get the speed boost working. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and clean that up. Okay, I'll see you later. Peace.